What if I told you, the person who's most wrong about your attractiveness is you? Sounds crazy, right? But psychology suggests that most people notice their own flaws far more than anyone else does. So while you're busy obsessing over that one thing you don't like, someone else might be noticing the exact thing they find attractive. And before you click away, the last sign explains why some of the most attractive people often have the lowest confidence. Once you hear it, you'll never look at yourself the same way again. Let's get into it. Sign 1: People catch themselves looking at you. Ever catch someone staring at you, only for them to quickly look away? That's not always a coincidence. We're naturally drawn to faces we find interesting or visually appealing. So if this happens often, people may be noticing you long before you notice them. But simply noticing you isn't the biggest sign. The next one is much harder to fake. Sign 2: People remember weirdly specific details. Has someone ever remembered something you said weeks ago? Or mentioned your smile, your laugh, or even the way you say certain words? That usually means you left a much stronger impression than you realized. People rarely remember tiny details, unless someone genuinely stood out to them. Sign 3: Strangers are naturally kind to you. Do strangers smile at you, hold the door, or randomly start conversations? Psychologists call this the halo effect. When people find someone attractive, they often assume that person is kind, friendly, and trustworthy before they even know them. It's an unconscious bias, and most people don't even realize they're doing it. Sign 4: People act awkward around you. You might think attraction always leads to confidence, but sometimes it does the exact opposite. Have you ever noticed someone suddenly losing their words, avoiding eye contact, or acting a little awkward around you? That isn't always because they dislike you. Sometimes they're simply overthinking every move because they don't want to embarrass themselves. But here's where most people get it completely wrong. Sign 5: You don't receive many compliments. You'd probably assume attractive people hear compliments all the time. But psychology suggests the opposite can happen. If people assume you already know you're attractive, they may be less likely to say anything. They might think you've heard it 1,000 times already, so they stay silent. Ironically, silence isn't always a lack of attraction. Sometimes it's the result of it. Sign 6: People feel intimidated by you. Have you ever wondered why some people admire you, but never make the first move? Sometimes people assume you're already taken, or they convince themselves they don't stand a chance. It's called the pedestal effect. When someone sees you as out of their league, they're actually less likely to approach you. Sign 7: You honestly don't think you're attractive. Here's the ultimate irony. Some of the most attractive people are often the hardest on themselves. Why? Because you see your face every single day. You notice every tiny flaw. Everyone else sees the complete picture. The feature you've spent years trying to hide might be the exact thing someone else finds unforgettable. Sometimes the last person to realize you're attractive is you. Here's the truth. The mirror shows you what you've seen thousands of times. Everyone else sees you with completely fresh eyes. So the next time you're tempted to criticize yourself, remember this. You might be focusing on flaws that nobody else even notices. And sometimes the biggest lie you believe is the one you tell yourself every morning. If you enjoyed this psychology insight, subscribe to SilentCortex for more videos that reveal the hidden side of human behavior. I'll see you in the next one.